even I had no concept of what was going to come from it. And now two of the biggest opportunities, the Bunker Labs, and then, working on this big project for one of the guys from Digital Marketer, like those things literally have changed the direction of my life.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm talking with Dave Burlin, who is a Rise25 scholarship recipient. He is a Marine Corps veteran. He served in the Marines from 2000 to 2003, entered before 9/11, exited after 9/11, and also a seasoned veteran entrepreneur, been an entrepreneur for a number of years now. And he was the recipient of our scholarship recipient for a event of ours that happened a number of months back in San Diego. And we're just recapping here on what the experience was like, what you thought going into it, and the experience you got out of it. Actually got an amazing opportunity, a couple of our opportunities that came out of it. What were you thinking when you first heard about it?
Yeah, well, super small world, especially in the veteran community, the entrepreneurship community. I think I had heard one of your podcasts that you did probably 5 or 6 years ago, and randomly, I think you and I had connected LinkedIn. It's been 4 or 5 years ago, and I got an email, that you guys were offering a scholarship for a veteran entrepreneur. I shared it with my whole network, and I'm not sure, I knew a few people that applied out of it, but whenever I heard about it at first, I was like, man, it's kind of short notice. I didn't know if I could work it into my schedule, but I was honestly, I was a little anxious because I didn't know, exactly what Rise25 was. I didn't know what the event entailed, but it definitely had my attention, and I was excited to learn a little bit more. So I went ahead and applied.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. And we were super impressed with your background and also your commitment to veteran entrepreneurship. You'd been really involved in different initiatives. And now one of the opportunities that came from it actually is, which we can talk about in a moment, is you're now co-head of the Bunker Labs chapter in Las Vegas, which is super cool, amazing organization. But let's talk about at the event. So you show up to the event. What were your impressions? What was it like?
Yeah, I was a little nervous because, again, I didn't know anybody. It's easier to tell maybe who might be going to the conference because of people I might know online and things like that. But knowing nothing about your event, I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. I didn't know how I should dress or any of those things. Man, as soon as I got to the event, I just felt very welcome. Everyone was really nice. I have been pretty involved in the veteran community for a while. So I actually met some people that were in the room that I'd never met in person before, people I'd known online, people that I'd seen online, even some people that I'd been in mastermind groups with, who I'd been on multiple calls with and never met in person. They were like standing right in front of me. So as I got to the event, I immediately felt very welcome, and I was really honored to be there and be a part of it and connect with so many great people.
Yeah, and we had a number of other great veteran entrepreneurs there as well. Eric, Tom Morcus, James Van Froyen, a bunch of good people. So it was really cool seeing you guys all connected and getting to know each other. And you were just saying that you just saw one of them who you met at the party you saw last night, right?
Yeah. So James, actually, I've hung out with James multiple times since then. He was in Vegas a couple of months ago, so I was able to hang out with him there. He's the way veterans roll. I mean, he's literally staying at my house right now. He just finished up a conference here in Las Vegas. He's on a mastermind call back at my apartment, and it's like me casa su casa. So we've great friends from it for sure.
I love that. And so there was also a big consulting opportunity that came along as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, just first off, just in a really random way, just coming to your event, connecting with somebody like Eric, that plugged me into the network of Bunker Labs. And that's just kind of it's an offshoot, but it's a really rare opportunity. I was trying to bring Bunker Labs to Tulsa, Oklahoma about 3 years ago. I helped I had the mayor's support. We had a lot of things that we were trying to move. We had the director of expansion come out and try to vet Tulsa. The program was a little bit different in 2016 than it is right now. But I even, I used some of my resources to connect them to the White House later that year. And that was instrumental in their growth to where they're at now. And now here I am full circle after meeting Eric and getting plugged in, and James and all those guys. I just went through the interview process to be a city leader for Bunker Labs Las Vegas, and now I am. So that's been one huge opportunity. But in a roundabout way, just through connections of people that I met at the conference, I'm an independent contractor. I do my own consulting, and I actually, in a really random turn of events, I'm actually doing some projects for Perry Belcher, the owner of Digital Marketer, with Ryan Dice and Roland and those guys. So it's just opened up phenomenal opportunities for me that I just never could have imagined.
That's amazing to me. You come to a conference, to our event, which is the night before the conference. It's a 3-day conference. There's like 6,000 people there. So it's just a madhouse. I never would have guessed that you connect with one of the co-founders of the conference. They're very busy people. So that was amazing. And now here you are, you're in Las Vegas. He's in Las Vegas also, and you're working out of his offices doing some work for him. That's really cool.
Yeah. I'm here in one of his headquarters office for one of the projects that he's on right now. And I'm doing some operational consulting there. So yeah, it's definitely been a whirlwind, and that's just happened in the last month. So maybe 2 months after, 2 months after the event down in San Diego. So
that's great.
Very, very grateful.
Yeah, you definitely took advantage of the opportunity. So you deserve a lot of credit for following through on it and not just, coming passively and, not taking advantage of it. You certainly took advantage of it. So hats off to you with that. Anything else, any other advice for those who might be watching this who are thinking about, applying for one of our scholarships?
Yeah. First off, I just want to thank you again. I love what you guys are doing. The idea of the scholarship is huge, right? One of the challenges that I see for most veterans, even veteran entrepreneurs, is we're afraid to do the big things that are going to get us where we deserve to be. And a lot of times, some of that fear, I'll just be honestly, comes from the investment. So when there's scholarship opportunities and things like that, I'm not just going to say take advantage of those opportunities to apply for things like that. But if you do apply, show up. I mean, just show up, be yourself. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but the universe has our back. I mean, I never would have imagined. I think whenever I first found out that I won the scholarship, I told you, I was like, man, this could literally be life-changing. Even I had no concept of what was going to come from it. And now 2 of the biggest opportunities, the Bunker Labs, and then, working on this big project for one of the guys from Digital Marketer, like those things literally have changed the direction of my life right here from where I'm at in Las Vegas. So just show up, be authentic, connect with people. You never know the resources or the people that they're going to connect you to, and just be real and be ready to put in the work. I mean, honestly, I've thought about it time and time again. I could have taken that ticket. I could have enjoyed the dinner and sat there and just hung out by myself. And I could have sat in the back and not talked to anybody. But man, I was out there. I was just high-fiving shaking hands with everybody I could meet, taking photos, connecting the dots, cards, all that stuff. And those are just 2 of the relationships that have happened. There's probably another dozen that I'm still following up on and still working on some pretty big projects through. So yeah, just show up.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. I'll have to do this interview again a couple of months down the line. I'm sure you'll have other opportunities that came from it. So that's great. Dave, my hat's off to you. You did a great job, as you said, of showing up and making the most of it. Where can people learn more about you or connect with you? Social media, LinkedIn, where can they connect with you?
Yeah, so I've got one of those great names that nobody else really has. So at Dave Burlin for just about everything, Instagram, working on my website, a little bit of some changes coming up on my website, but davemeansbusiness.com. And otherwise, everywhere else, LinkedIn and everything, I'm just Dave Burlin. So man, I'd love to connect with more people and carve out some time and connect with other great people all over the country.
Excellent. All right. Thanks so much, Dave.